finding the distance between any two points of a line or a line segment which is neither parallel to the coordinate axis. I mean x-axis and y-axis. In the previous class we had discussed about how to find the distance between any two points of a coordinate axis, that means x-axis, and a line parallel to coordinate axis, that means x-axis and y-axis. Today this is y-axis. I am not mentioning any values here. Okay, this is x-axis, x dash, y dash. I am not keeping any points here. Okay, that means integers plus 1, plus 2, plus 3, minus 1, plus 5, like so on. Just I am drawing x-axis and y-axis. Okay, here I am drawing a line segment naming A and B. This line segment AB is neither parallel to x-axis nor parallel to y-axis. It is not parallel to x-axis, not parallel to y-axis. If it is so, how to find the distance between these 2 points? So naturally this A possesses some coordinates. We take it as x1, y1, and these coordinates are x2 and y2. Because we don't know the coordinates, because we didn't mention any integers on x-axis and y-axis, so we don't know the coordinates. So we have to take it as x1, y1 and x2, y2. Now we need to find the formula for finding the distance between A and B. How it is? For that, you need to draw a line segment AB. This is the line segment AB perpendicular to x-axis, and another line segment BQ. This is the line segment BQ perpendicular to x-axis. So AB is perpendicular to x-axis, BQ is perpendicular to x-axis. So naturally AP and BQ are parallel to each other. How? If two lines are perpendicular to the same line, okay, then those two lines are parallel to each other. So AP is perpendicular to x-axis and BQ is perpendicular to x-axis. So AP is parallel to BQ. Okay. Now we need to draw another line segment AR, which is perpendicular to BQ. So AR is perpendicular to BQ and PQ is perpendicular to BQ. Okay, so AR is parallel to BQ. So these two are parallel to each other. Okay, now how to find the distance between AR? Already you know, because AR is parallel to BQ. So here, from here to here, the distance, that means you take it as, this is origin. So origin to P, O to P, the distance is x1. From here to the distance is x1, and from here to here, the distance is x2. Because here x1, y1, this is x2, y1. Because AR is parallel to BQ, x coordinates will change, but the y coordinates does not change. So here x1, y1, x2, y2. So here also BQ is parallel to y-axis. Here x coordinates does not change. x2, x2. X coordinates won't change, but the y coordinates will change. Okay. So naturally from P to Q the distance will be x2 minus x1. Because PQ is parallel to AR, here also the same thing. The distance from AR to R is x2 minus x1. Okay. From here to here x1. From here to here also same x1. From here to here x2. From here to here also the distance will be x2. So if this is x2 minus x1, this will be also x2 minus x1. Come to the BR. Okay. As usual, from here to here, the distance is y2. Okay. From here to here, the distance will be y2. And from here to here, distance is y1. From B to R, the distance is y1. From B to Q, the distance is y2. So from B to R, the distance is y2 minus y1. The distance from B to R is y2 minus y1. Okay. I am drawing the triangle separately. Okay. So this is A, this is R, this is B. AR is x2 minus x1 and BR is y2 minus y1. And ARB is a right angle triangle. I already said that AR is perpendicular to BR. Perpendicular means maintains an angle of 90 degrees. So here it forms a right angle triangle. Now apply Pythagoras theorem. What is it? AB square is equal to AR square plus BR square. Okay, so AB square is equal to, what is AR? x2 minus x1 whole square plus, what is BR? y2 minus y1 whole square. Is it necessary to keep modulus? No, because already the number will be squared. x2 minus x1, if you get a negative number, if it is get squared, it becomes a positive. Suppose if you get a negative number, squaring of negative number becomes positive. So no need to keep any modulus. So AB is equal to, AB square is equal to x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. So AB is equal to square taken to other side becomes a square root. So square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Hence we found the distance between A to B. So this is what we got as x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. So like that you can find the distance between any two points on the Cartesian plane which is neither parallel to x-axis nor parallel to y-axis. Okay, I'll give a small example. Okay, A is equal to 5, 2. B is equal to 3, 7. This is x1, y1. This is x2, y2. So AB is equal to, already formula was formula was generalized. x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. That is equal to, what is x2? 3 minus 5 whole square plus 7 minus 2 whole square. That is equal to 3 minus 5 is minus 2 whole square plus 7 minus 2 is 5 square. Minus 2 whole square, already said, negative 1 square becomes positive. 4 plus 25. That is equal to square root of 29. Square root of 29 is a rational number. Sometimes you will get a rational number, sometimes you will get a rational number. Okay, that means the distance from A to B is, it will be some real number. It may be a rational number and it may be a rational number. Like that. Suppose here I already said, why modulus is not necessary, because here we got a negative number. On square became a positive number. Okay. So like that you can find any two, the distance between any 2 points on this Cartesian plane. Any 2 points which is neither parallel to x-axis nor parallel to y-axis. So what does that mean? Square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Okay, hope you understood this. Okay, thank you very much for watching this video. Keep subscribing to Praveen Tutorials. Okay, thank you.